honestly, salute to having a bathroom you can go to on your commute. If you got a long commute, you know what I'm talking about. You got that one place that's sacred to you where you know if you go, you're not going to catch some weird disease from a toilet and have to explain it to your wife. It's like, I swear to God, I'm not cheating on you. It was just a unisex bathroom in a basement bar.
Oh, Toilette. Is that her name?
I know that hoe. You know?
What did she let you do now?
Let's just say this podcast started a little late because I almost didn't make it.
This is par for the course, okay? If you have been a fan of ours for several years, you know
this is a constant conversation.
That Alexis's bowels are always fighting for their life. All right, there's never been a year of just good digestion for this man. He is always suffering from something.
My body is like a country that's always on the verge of a civil war. You know? And let's just say sometimes the South wins. You feel me?
My man got a whole geopolitical situation.
I need Drogba to make a phone call.
End this war now.
Yo, put down your guns, South.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
It's the Cooligans, buddy.
My name is Christian Polanco.
I'm Alexis Guerrero.
We out here today. Another exciting show.
We are inside.
We are going to go over the wild week of UEFA Champions.
Are you guys going to introduce
I was going to say,
I am. Give me a second.
I'm thrown off by the poo stuff.
Buddy, you think you're thrown off by it? Imagine having been the lead in that movie.
Oh my God.
We have Champions League to go over, some Champions Cup stuff. Inter Miami being knocked out.
Why are you doing this before mentioning?
And Champions Cup, but we have an incredible guest today, all the way.
What a way to go.
From London.
Yes.
This man,
he's the mandem, if you will.
He is. That is why his LinkedIn bio says the mandem. because we always.
He brought us the food, fam.
Always a fan of comedians that know footy, and this man is one of them.
And we talked to all of them in America, so we gotta go.
You guys need to branch out.
We talked to all three of them.
This is a comedian exchange program that we've done with Andrew. But no, please welcome Andrew Mensah. What's up, brother?
Yes, thanks for having me, guys. That's the best intro I've ever been on in a pod. Yeah, man.
That means a lot to us.
Yeah, man. I want to have to put a bag in my car when I get
You gotta be smart.
Just in case.
You gotta be smart. A little bucket in a bag.
Yeah, because we got Taco Bell now. You know? That crunch wrap might get me.
Shouts to Taco Bell. Shouts to Crunch Wrap. Let's just say maybe you gotta pregame a little bit. Maybe not do that on an empty stomach. Shouts to everybody who watched the 1 year anniversary.
Yes.
Of Morning Footy.
Yeah, congratulations,
congrats, man.
Morning
Thank you,
Footy,
man.
1 year.
Well done.
You know, Alexis, we the first thing was like, can Alexis wake up every morning, get there on time, be a responsible adult? He's never been able to do it beforehand, and something changed. But no, congrats.
The check. Yeah.
Money talks, baby.
The bank account changed. Wifey was like, you better get your ass up. You're paying this rent now.
Congratulations for
Thank
completing
you.
1 year on CBS, Paramount Plus, doing the whole thing. You've only managed to embarrass us maybe just only once or twice, which is pretty good.
That's not bad.
That's not even that bad,
That is
bro.
pretty
I've ruined American soccer's future like 2 or 3 times on YouTube. But other than that,
Okay,
I think I did all right.
the commenters are feasting on you,
A
but
lot of people with Andrew's accent hate me.
Killing you, bro. But
Yeah.
you roasted Thierry.
Yeah.
I love that. You
Yeah,
roasted
man.
the
thank
king.
you.
You roasted the king, bro. That's big. I wouldn't have done that.
Bro, he came at me first.
No, he came at you first, but
Yeah.
I would have let him. I would have let him keep
You go on, Thierry. Yeah, what else am I?
I would have let that guy keep. That's Thierry.
That's so funny because look,
That's what I like, because you're from New York. That's when I realized you're really from New York, because you guys don't care about nobody.
Well,
man.
I'm from Newark, more importantly.
Oh, really?
Born and
Yeah,
raised.
Jersey.
Yeah, well, no, Newark. It's different.
Is it different?
Yeah, Newark is in New Jersey, but it's the independent Republic of Newark. You know what I'm saying?
They have it's a whole thing. It's a whole
So
thing.
Newark is like the Liverpool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Liverpool, they don't want to be a part of England.
Like, have you ever heard of Alcatraz?
Yeah.
It's an island next to San Francisco. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Technically, it's part of San Francisco, but
Alcatraz
it's
is
a
its own
criminal
place.
island. Yeah, that's us. That's Newark.
Oh, okay.
Just Newark.
Yeah. I do. There's a tour of Newark if you want to do it.
Nah, I'm cool, bro. I'll take this time.
You're in the Pope's bulletproof mobile.
It's lovely.
It's quite nice for the plexiglass.
You know what was funny? And when I was in Nashville for the Premier League Fan Fest, I'm in the green room hanging out with Tim Howard and the two Robbies and Rebecca Lowe and everybody. And then Robbie Musto, he mentioned the Thierry thing. He asked me. He was like, "What was all that with?"
Really?
Because
Hit me up. I'll tell you the story.
But it's so funny, just like the way, another British person, the reaction to it, because there was a little bit of like, same thing. He was like, to Thierry?
Because football back home, the players are lauded.
Yeah.
So
I'm aware. The man has a statue outside the building.
Bro, if you got a statue of yourself, that means you're a different breed.
Yeah.
You ain't got time for jokes.
What if you pay for it yourself? What if I go out and secure my own statue?
We got a statue. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like, well, when I've watched like American sports, it's like the media are much involved and they get involved and the players understand that. Back then, they don't show no love to the media. And the player.
No, they definitely don't. But here's what I'll say. Like, if I kicked the ball to Thierry and I was like, I bet you can't score, what's he going to do to me? He gonna body me, right?
Yeah, but
Because I
yeah.
stepped on his pitch. I stepped in his world.
But because
He got jokes.
Yeah.
I'm a comedian. You feel me? Like
Thierry, next time, keep your jokes to yourself.
No, I did not say that. Hit me with as many jokes
He
as
said
you got.
that.
I never
Keep your
said
jokes to
that.
yourself, bro.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Lovely time.
None of that is a clip. None of that.
Yeah, sure. Don't worry.
Delete those sound. When I see him type, I'm like, oh damn, I'm gonna get in trouble at work.
Andrew, I wanna talk about just because we're kind of in similar fields and we kind of have a similar trajectory, right? As American comedians working in this space, it's generally like. In American soccer, it's a little bit of like, why are comedians in this space at all? Right. This makes no sense. We take this game.
There's a lot of people that get it. But the ones who don't are like, why are these two why are these two even talking about this thing?
Right. But there seems to be something at least in Europe, maybe it depends on the country too, because some European countries are a little bit more humorous than others. But for the most part,
Trust me, I've gigged in Germany.
They're like, why are you not educated?
Yeah.
So, but the combination and layering humor and football, what has your feelings been through it? What have been the trials and tribulations?
For those who don't know, you have 2 television shows at the moment. One is a fantasy football show.
Yeah, so it's called fantasy football. It was the fantasy football part is not really the main bit. It's just literally me, Matt, Lucas, Ellis, James. It's just a vehicle for us to tell jokes about football. We bring guests on who are not footballers, celebrities, actors, that kind of thing, and we just chat football and have jokes about it. Basically,
right.
The fantasy football bit is just like it's because basically the show was originated in the 90s with 2 legendary comedians back home called Frank Skinner and David Baddiel, and fantasy football was a brand new thing then. Whereas now it's not. Everybody does it, so it's not really like a massive contributing factor. It's just that we just didn't want to change the name.
Gotcha.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I do that show, and then I do the show Welcome to the Weekend for the Premier League with Olivia Bazzaglio, DJ Spoonie. You know about that? Yeah. And then the first show I ever did was a show called What I Wore, which was about football shirts.
Right. Which is where I think I first
was
introduced
how we
to
linked
you.
up. Yeah. It's like a show where I interview players based on the shirts that have defined their career, sort of things. So it's kind of like go through like a closet of shirts and all the shirts that they
Right.
played in, grew up with, all of that kind of stuff.
If you did that with Dominican baseball players, it'd just be a bunch of tight bedazzled shirts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is when I wore to the club. When I got my first side piece pregnant.
It's a large leap, but I'm gonna allow it.
I'm not sure how this fits in.
What's the percentage of honesty there?
I mean, look, me and my second family are gonna talk about it, and we will get back to you, sir, to see how offensive it was.
What do you think about? Because you've told football jokes on stage before. And I think for the most part, even I felt the need to kind of explain who Thierry, Jamie, and Michael were, and Kate, just to some like I would say like 40% of the audience. But here, that would be 99.9% of the audience
They don't know.
that don't know anything about football whatsoever.
I would have football back home is like basketball here.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. I know you don't feel like like we're in a unique space being here, but football is so part of the culture. Even if you don't like it, like for example, when the World Cup happens, everybody is watching their football.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like gigs get cancelled.
Yeah.
Like no one works during those times. Like you be at work, they'll be like, oh yeah, we ending at 2 p.m. today. What? You got a deal to make? No. England are playing Bulgaria. Do you know what I mean?
And we need to watch. We need to watch England lose to Bulgaria penalties.
Yeah. So it's like it's just part of the zeitgeist almost there back home. It's just so ingrained. Because like football is like working class. It's a working class sport.
Yeah.
So everybody plays, everybody watches. So it's like, it's just like a thing. So me talking about football wasn't really like it wasn't like I'm gonna get into this unique space. I was just like, I just like football. There's funny things about it. Let me start talking about it, sort of thing. Yeah.
I wonder because depending on where we are, sometimes we either like humor is welcome in the game, like people can laugh about their club or a player, or sometimes we've experienced it too. You make a joke, people are like, "Nah, bro, we don't joke about that here." This because some people, it's like a religion to some.
Oh yeah, no. Football's a religion, bro. Football is a religion. Like
I think it's more of a cult.
I would support Crystal Palace, and obviously I grew up in church. I was speaking to one of the Palace fans, and he was like, he was like downplaying how silly it is to believe in God. I'm like, bro, you support Crystal Palace. You think we could win the league?
Right.
That's as stupid as me believing there's a heaven and hell, fam.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
This is why he doesn't believe in God. He's
Crystal Palace fan.
No God.
If prayers were answered, they would have won already.
But God would allow us being mid-table for the our entire Premier League.
Especially when your manager, Roy Hodgson,
is going to die.
knew Jesus. You know what I mean? That's how old he was.
I've seen a picture of Roy and Jesus dapping up.
Talk to your dad, Roy.
They went to primary school together.
Come on.
Literally. But yeah, it's such a religion there. Like it's to the point. It's like in England, it's the worst. Like hooliganism. There was a point in time where like England teams were banned in playing in Europe because the fans would just go over there and fuck everybody.
But y'all did bring back Stone Island. At least y'all came back better dressed.
Yeah.
What's that? I don't know the history of the Stone Island
When
stuff.
England teams got into Europe, they went to Italy and stuff was cheaper there.
Okay.
So they came back dressed nice.
Stony,
Okay,
but Stony appeals to everybody. It's like the man them on the ends, but also the geezers in the pubs. So it's everybody's like, if we see Stony, you're like, we relate to on every level. It's like Jason Statham and Dave. You know what I mean?
They're both in
Yeah.
The oldest man being like Thiago Silva.
Now you can't come in. Hey, get in here, bro. Man's got the badge in, bro.
Because the NYCFC manager Nick Cushing just recently in an away match, I forgot who NYCFC played, but he wore a Stone Island with the patch, and everybody's sort of talking about it like, oh yo, how cool is
it's
it?
the black Air Force Ones of football clothing.
Got it. Okay, so it's
It means you're ready for business.
Okay, all right. I think we got to draw that game.
Yeah.
So
Well, hold on. It means like things might get sticky still.
I like you, bro.
Yeah, am I getting it?
Yeah, the accent threw me off, but You hit the right beats.
I got the cadence.
You got the cadence.
Every time Alexis does, I'm like, yo, this is British appropriation, bro. This is there. We can't.
Because I forget how much you've been. You've been to
Bro, yeah, I've been a bunch.
You've been a lot.
Yeah, my accountant told me you need to stop.
CBS ain't covering all these trips, bro.
The CBS is like, you could do like maybe 1 or 2 more. You gotta chill. But I do, and I think that's something that sometimes it didn't start happening until the clips from the TV show, because that has a much more, I don't want to use the term toxic, but I think their fan base is so deep in love with the sport. And they're so deep in love with the Champions League show with Kay, Jamie, Thierry and Micah, that when our clips pop up, they're like, this isn't what we signed up for this account for. So they're like, yo, y'all don't know anything about England. Y'all don't know anything about the sport. And I'm like, bro, if you've ever met me before, you know how much I love and respect.
Yeah, but you have to understand, those guys don't know anything either. Don't get it twisted. Just because,
from Iowa?
Just because you're from England don't mean you know it football. There's a lot of people who do not know what they're talking about. Honestly,
facts.
So there's a lot of and obviously it's a lot of catching you out. So they want you to say. I remember there's a guy, I forget his name, but there was a guy, American TV guy, who was saying like Ronaldo is so much better than Messi. And he was going in on Messi, innit? As soon as Messi won the World Cup, guys were on to this guy. Like, yo, bro, what are you saying now? That's what it's like. It's like, I'm trying to get you for saying the shit that you said back in the day.
I love the zero football knowledge. This happens on our clips a lot.
Sure.
This happens on everyone's football clips, not just Americans. But every once in a while, someone will be like, no, actually, he's saying something. Someone will respond like, normally, sure. But no, this time I think he's on to something.
Yeah, let's listen to what he's saying.
Yeah. He might be right.
Yeah, it's also weird, bringing jokes into the space where we're also trying to provide some analysis, right?
Yeah.
Because
what an odd balance for people, because hyperbole.
Right. Because we joke around in any clip or anything.
You said once like Bayern won this thing like 30 years in a row, like joking, and people were like, it's 11.
I'm like, all right, you get what I'm doing though, right?
They clearly haven't won it since 1993. You feel me?
So that's the annoying part. Like actually, and it's like, and the actually people could be Americans, could be English, could be people from all over the world. It's just annoying to say the least. But I want to get into Champions League, and because it's been a ridiculous week, and we were just before off air, we were talking about 2019 and that Champions League year, and you were at the game. Which one?
I was at loads of games that year because I worked at BT Sports. So I was like I started off like as a logger. So like, my man's doing time codes. That's what I used to do for like all the sports.
I remember I used to do that for the MLB.
It's the worst, bro.
But
also,
that shit
that's
made me
a 4-hour game.
Bro, that shit made me not want to watch ball, bro. Because you had to watch everything. I was watching Swiss League games. Do you know what I mean? Senderos playing like fucking Prime Maldini. I'm like,
my guy watching the Allsvenskan.
And I'm like,
he's
yo,
like, Mulder looking good.
Like, my football knowledge back then was nuts. Man knew every
this is
player.
backup center back.
Yeah.
At Bromley. This kid gonna be something, bro. I believe in him. I spoke to his mom.
I don't know why Man City ain't looking at him, bro.
You're missing it, though.
I remember like watching like Australian A-League, like, yo, Aaron Moy, this guy is nuts. I remember like, yo, this guy's like the Australian idiot yesterday. He got signed for City, innit? I was like, this guy coming to tear up the Prem. They were like, nah, we're just doing this as like an little tax team. So they City bought him, they loaned him immediately.
Send your ass to Melbourne City.
Yeah. It was mad, but
Did you watch when Postecoglou was the Brisbane Roar manager?
No.
The Roar Salona era?
Oh,
he had them balling though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Postecoglou is proper because he was at Celtic as well.
Yeah.
So he's But that Australian A-League, I always remember thinking like, could I play there? Could I play that level?
Early, I was like, yo, I'm gonna get an Australian A-League team. I'm gonna find a team, and that's what I'm
support them.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do because it comes on at weird times here, so it's like fine. It's not gonna interrupt me watching other leagues. And then I put it on, and I believe it was the Jets was the name of the team.
Newcastle Jets.
Newcastle Jets.
Yeah.
And Emil
The
Heskey.
fact that he knows that is crazy, bro.
Emil Heskey walks onto the pitch, and I was like, nah, I can't do this. No, bro, we done.
Yeah. Del Piero was playing for Sydney, I think. This guy was walking, bro. This guy couldn't run anymore.
Oh, yo, Pirlo. When he played in New York,
Yeah.
he legitimately came on. Waving in the crowd.
It's like a prime minister.
There's a famous clip who our friend was the one who got it. He was standing on the post for a free kick.
Oh, he's just leaning.
No, he's standing. He's supposed to be covering the post. And the thing just goes right.
Yeah.
He just looked at it.
He just didn't jump to
He watched it.
He just
So
watched the ball go in.
Coach status. my man said, yo, that was close.
My man, he did.
Easy, you almost hit my hand.
Yeah.
Pirlo
I got a vineyard now.
Pirlo needed like a photographer bib. You just be like, yo, it's a good seat. So yeah, we were talking about that 2019 Champions League and that year, how kind of
that year was the
ridiculous
maddest. I went to so many mad games, bro. So I went to the United kicking out PSG. Then I went to the first leg of Barca where Messi scored the free kick round the Liverpool wall.
Oh,
And like, it was that day. Honestly, that's when I knew football was mad, bro. Because obviously the new camp is crazy.
Yeah.
So like the new camp, basically, I always used to think like away. You know when people like home and away. I used to think, nah, come on, if you playing, you playing. Nah, if you playing in a new camp, you're not really playing against the 11, bro. You playing against that whole thing. Because the pitch is underneath.
Yeah.
So it's like a coliseum. And then they put their away fans right at the top. Yeah. You can't even see them guys.
St. James Park
Yeah. You can't even see them guys in the
clouds
corner.
out of the way.
Yo, why is it so foggy up here?
Yeah.
Also, yo, that Ryanair jet was wild.
I'm like, you can't hear none of them guys. And Liverpool fans are mad. So I'm not thinking like, no. And then like Messi was just like a god watching a god. And like it was mad because he scored the second goal, and I was standing like left side of the goal. Scored the second goal, he ran over there. So when you're taking a free kick, I get a camera ready. Because I know he's gonna whip it this way and go that way. So I'm gonna get no moving the tripod. I'm gonna get the whole run.
Right.
So he whips it in top bins, and I'm focusing here. I'm like, bro, I can't see this guy. Where's he gone to? I turn this way. This guy running right towards me.
Oh my God.
So I just get the camera. And all the Barca fans just climbed on top. It was mad. It was mental. And I'm thinking, this is the maddest thing I've seen. The next week, flipping Liverpool 1-4-0 at Anfield. It was mad.
Right.
Absolutely
And
mad.
with
And then the next day,
classic corner kick. Whole thing.
Then the next day was the Tottenham Ajax. So Ajax go 2-0 up.
I don't remember this.
You don't remember that? So
2019.
Lucas
Oh
Moura.
my
Lucas
God.
Moura. Yeah. So
damn.
I'm in Amsterdam, and I'm thinking, yo, Amsterdam, these guys smoke weed here, they're gonna be chill. Bro, these fans were nuts.
No, they're crazy.
No, they were nuts.
You see them run up on the West Ham fans
They
not too
were,
long
yeah,
ago?
they were nuts. They had the whole block take. The police weren't even doing nothing, bro. And they got graffiti. Yeah, they got graffiti in the state. I'm like, bro, am I in? This felt like Top Boy in a stadium, fam. You know what I mean? So
I'm Summer House.
yeah. Fact. So like they go 2-0. I'm like, there's no way Tottenham can come back from this. But they did. Lucas Moura come and scored a hat trick, bro.
Bro, that was crazy because we hosted this massive event in an outdoor beer garden. It would be similar to like a box park. But like
Yeah.
big.
I was telling him beforehand.
And it was like hell because I'm an Arsenal supporter, so I definitely don't want Tom to win. He's Everton. He definitely don't want Liverpool to win. So we were both on mics the whole time just roasting each other. Everybody there.
Oh,
It
but
was
by the way,
crazy.
if Tottenham won that Champions League, Arsenal wouldn't be able to come outside.
No.
No Arsenal fan till today would be able to come outside.
We need to win this
Yeah.
one. Just be able to
You would
chat
have
again.
to, just to even talk.
Yeah.
If Spurs won that Champions, it was a whack final as well.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
But that's like Spurs winning Champions League is saying if like I had abs.
Yeah.
Just as probable.
Yeah. But also that year was the year Spurs beat City 4-3 on aggregate or 5-4 on aggregate. And Sterling scored in the last minute. And that was the VAR decision.
Yeah, it got
and
called
Pep,
off.
Then Pep did the whole Jesus came back, dropped to his knees. Yeah,
City-
that was a mad
That
game.
was a great
Once VAR came into the league, City they got hit the most with it. There were 2 or 3 Champions League decisions that completely completely killed them. But So now, because of this week and this quarterfinal, people are now saying that this is the greatest Champions League quarterfinal round
But to be
that they've
fair,
ever seen.
Champions League for me starts in the quarterfinals.
This is where it gets good.
Yeah, because when you
The
watching
group stages are
when
fun.
you're watching City play Young Boys, you don't want to watch that, bro. You don't want to watch Haaland score 7 goals in Switzerland or wherever they're from. Like, so
We've said this on the show. How hard is it to be a Young Boys fan? You can't even search. Your search history.
You got to do incognito mode to look up the scores.
If you gotta download tours.
yeah, your computer is like Young Boys.
Imagine you're like, when was the last time? And you just go, lost Young Boys. Knock, knock, knock. Hello? It's the police.
That's a pause. That's a whole team. This whole pause.
You know the stadium they play in?
No.
It's called Wankdorf.
Damn.
I'm not making that up. The nickname for it is
Yo,
the
guys,
Wank.
I'm on TV
The
back
Wank.
mode. I'm not involved in this chat. You know
The
what I mean?
stadium is called the Wank. I'm not making that up. I'm not making that up.
Going to see
Pull
some
it up.
young boys at the way.
No thanks. No thanks.
I was
sir.
at the Wank so long, and the young
You know
boys,
what?
I lost Young Boys.
If it was any other stadium, any
Look
other
this
team,
up. I'm not
looking that up.
Just put Wankdorf. I promise you. Outside of my OnlyFans, you'll see. No, it's one word. There it is. Wankdorf Stadium.
Wankdorf
Look
Stadium.
down. BSC Young Boys.
Damn, bro.
That's tough.
Even BSC sounds sexual.
Yeah, BSC. No, I don't even know that. You have to spell that out.
So
Terrible name.
let's start real quick. Go just some reactions to the games because Manchester City against Real Madrid.
Instant classic.
3-3, one of those just wildest games, and really, I look, every goal basically was a
Screamer,
screamer, golazo. But
You needed that. You need that in order to score on either one of these teams.
I just want to ask the question everybody wants to know the answer to. Josko Gvardiol.
Yeah.
Did he mean to do that?
Yeah, he meant to do it, but he ain't been the same since Messi turned him up.
Oh yeah.
You know he ain't been the same since he took the mask off.
Yeah,
Messi
yeah,
made
yeah.
him take the mask off, like Kane back in the day.
Mask off. Mask off.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he meant that. He meant that. Valverde's goal was different.
Oh, Valverde
as well.
was
Fede. He plays for Uruguay. They're in the same group as America in Copa America. The hour
You scared?
Yeah, should we? Of course. Bielsa, Darwin Nunez,
a couple balls in there.
Yeah.
But just the fact that this look, I think the injuries. So Kyle Walker being out, and oh my god, again with this damn pen.
Yeah.
Kyle Walker being out, and who was the other player missing?
Ake.
Nathan Ake.
Yeah, Nathan Ake. I mean, this is huge.
I tell you a story about Nathan Ake, yeah?
Go for it.
Youth team game. He used to play for Chelsea. Yeah. So I'm from Charlton, Southeast London. Chelsea playing Charlton. In the midfield, it's Nathan Ake, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and a guy called Lewis. I forgot his first name. These guys are playing in the midfield. Charlton go 2-0 up. Yeah. These guys still stretching. These guys on the pitch stretching, doing hip flexor stretches. I said, oh, these guys haven't turned up yet.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
why we're
they-
2-0.
warming up. They're warming up.
Yeah. Oh, when they
They're in
started
second
running,
gear.
it was over.
They're waiting to get themselves a fun match.
Yeah. These guys started playing with it 30 minutes in. I couldn't believe what I saw. You just know, he's gonna make it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, he destined for greatness.
Yeah. This guy
level,
was doing stretch, 2-0 down, no panic, no calm.
He's in a hoodie.
He hasn't taken off the training top.
Shin pads still not on. Like, I'm like, yo.
He wearing New Balance sneakers. He ain't even got the boots
There's
on.
a different level, man. He was playing centre mid as well. So
He's
it's
in black Air Forces
So,
just waiting out there.
So look, it felt like Ancelotti told Rodrigo and Vinicius to be like, "Yo, Akanji, go after this fool," because he was getting cooked. He was getting
bodied.
Everybody,
But let's be honest, it doesn't matter who's there. If you're on Vinicius and Rodrigo's side, you're gonna get cooked.
That's crazy. They're playing them on the same side now, though.
But here's the crazier part. This is what they tell you the formation was, which is Vinicius up top, Rodrigo as your left wing. But during the match, they swapped. And it sent City's backs
all over.
crazy. So Vinicius was actually setting up Rodrigo for a lot. And it was just they were getting right past the back line.
I'm
And it
saying
was
this, though.
beautiful.
I'm going to say this statement right now. Cook me if you want to cook me. Foden, the best player in the world.
Whoa,
As of-
okay, hold on.
As of right now.
I'm gonna hit it, but then I need you to say it again.
You ready? Foden, the best player in the world.
Nah, that's crazy.
Right now, I'm talking right now on form. There's no
I'm
one.
gonna give you one.
There's no one playing better than Foden. Nobody
On
in the
form,
world.
the best.
Who you gonna say? Who you gonna say?
in
Bellingham?
form?
Who you gonna say? Bellingham?
But you gotta say in form. The
Yeah.
most informed player in the world right now. You might actually have something there.
I got it, bro. Who you gonna say? Bellingham keeps scoring them 6-yard point? No.
Here, but okay.
Foden.
I'm gonna give you this, but part of the argument I hear a lot, and I think this is interesting, is how can we rate him as the best when he's surrounded by so much greatness?
No. But it takes even more. People always say
Yes,
this.
because you have to get in the game.
People always. You have to play.
Yeah, you gotta be good enough to get on this team. You're right.
You have to be there. That's what guys used to say about Gerrard and Scholes. Oh, Gerrard playing in the worst team. Yeah, but Scholes is playing for the best team constantly.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason
it.
they bought Veron. He's not playing over Scholes, you know.
Okay, you're right. I mean, he had to beat some
And-
incredible
but
players. He had to
also-
beat 115 charges. He had to do all
Yeah.
that just to get in the squad. Just to get in the squad. This man fight demons.
They got Johnny Cochran on the sideline for them.
Damn, that's a rough day because OJ died.
OJ died today.
Oh yeah, the goat. Yeah. The goat. Yeah.
We only bring up his footballing career.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, he knows a lot about running back.
Yeah. The goat. I ain't seen a touchdown, but he the goat. But yeah, I'll say no.
Your relationship spirit animal.
Yeah. I'll say Foden right now is just playing the best because also he's coming of age. Like he's super young. He's already got 5 Premier Leagues already. But of those Premier Leagues, he's like back then. He's like how Pedro was for that Barca team, where he's there, but he's not
He's
the
not
main
in
2,
every
3.
lineup.
Yeah. But now he's because De Bruyne especially was injured this season. Haaland has been out this season. He's literally just taking the team on his
Yeah. And
on his
Haaland
shoulder.
kind of been a little bit on a slump in the last few matches.
Yeah, Haaland ain't what we call a baller, innit?
Nah, he's a bucket though.
What did
Do you know
you
what a
think?
bucket
Yeah,
is?
a bucket is a scorer.
Roy
Yeah,
Keane,
he's
the,
a bucket.
Yeah.
the comments from Roy Keane last week.
Say
About saying he's a
League
League 2.
League 2 a bit harsh, but I've seen some better League 2 players. I'm not even gonna lie, like ballers.
Yeah, but that's not his job either.
No, you right. It's not his job, but surely we gotta give extra. Like for someone like you say, talking about Suarez.
Yeah.
That's a footballer.
Yeah, facts.
You don't understand? That's a footballer. No pace. You can take away his pace. You can take away his biting.
Don't take away his teeth.
Yeah. You can take away anything. He can
know-
kick ball still. Do you know what I mean? The thing
Yeah.
about Haaland is like when you watch him, like if he don't score, he don't do nothing.
He's not entertaining.
Yeah,
That's basically it. Like
he don't make me want to play football.
No, of course not. He
Throughout-
also makes me want to never be a center back.
True.
Well, did you see, especially in this game? I mean, it was basically Rudiger on his shoulder. Chouameni.
he was in Rudiger's pocket.
You saw the picture of Chouameni with his chin on his shoulder.
I ain't going nowhere.
He's like, I'm resting right here. Okay.
Guess where I am?
Okay.
But shit.
I got that new Holland pillow. Okay, I love it. It is comfy.
MyHollandPillow.com. We got all the data on the election. MyHollandPillow.com.
Do you have My Pillow? Do you know the My Pillow guy? You don't know that guy.
There's a dude who used to do crack. I'm not making this up.
Oh, shit.
He was a crackhead, went to jail,
bro, you
got
brought-
out, got clean, started a company called My Pillow. That's all it's called. And he sells apparently very comfortable pillows. But somewhere, and probably from a crack, he lost his mind and thought that the election was rigged in favor of Biden. But he thinks he has somehow found the data that proves that Trump should be president.
Oh,
and
shit.
he keeps telling people, I'll release it all.
I
next
hate
week."
when they do that. Release it.
They
I'm waiting.
haven't released anything.
I'm waiting, bro. Let me know.
But also, he's a crackhead who owns a pillow company. Okay, this ain't
Alexis.
the guy we should hang our democracy on.
This is American politics.
Yeah. You guys.
You ain't got none of this.
In the UK, they don't do like political advertisements, right? Like they don't have.
Nah, you never be watching Champions League, and then in the ad break, you got Tony Blair like, vote for me.
We got that.
A kid with soda on his face eating out of a tin can and like, this is the government. This is what your current government. They don't have that because we got that here.
We got that here.
Yeah.
If it was here, they would be just clowning like, was it Sunak, Rishi Sunak?
Oh
It would
my
just be-
God.
It was the
Rishi Sunak was
advertisements.
clown.
would
He
just
began-
be-
We had on fantasy football. We had Keir Starmer, who's the head of the Labour Party, and he's 90% going to be the next prime minister, innit? And I can't lie, I didn't know who he was. They were like, "Oh, we got Keir Starmer coming to the show." I'm like, "Who's that?"
Yeah.
Because I've never voted.
You were
innit?
like, yo, he played for Wimbledon, right?
Yeah. I'm like, who we got?
Crazy gang, I
What white
remember.
man we got this time? You know what I mean? Yeah. And they're like, yo, he's the. I even told him on the show, like, I don't vote, innit? Like, I'll vote for you because you've come on the show. I don't know your policies, though.
Yeah.
You could be sending me back to Africa. All that.
You want to vote like,
I wanted to contribute to my democracy, and all of a sudden,
But yeah, it's not really. We don't really. Obviously, in England, like, we don't take anything that serious apart from football.
you really don't.
We don't.
and now you ain't
like-
a part of Europe. Because of that.
Yeah. Because of that shit, because we don't care. But I voted for a party called UKIP just to take the piss because they were like,
Aren't they like the wild racist
anti-black. I was just like, let's see what happens if I vote for these guys.
You know they were like, yo, the black voters. We got this one guy in South London.
The percentages are crazy.
Yo, the meter is going down.
Yeah, everything is for a laugh back home.
Oh my God.
Everything.
They're like, bro, our black vote is going crazy.
Yeah.
What have we done wrong? We've been very specific.
No, for real, but it's a few because I find it so funny. If UKIP had to look at their insights of their voting, a percentage would be black people just taking the piss out of it, which would irk them so much.
Do you do write-in votes? Can you write in a vote?
It's like we go polling stations where like you got the thing, you tick and you put it in.
But can you write a name in?
No,
Did you know that in America you could write in any name you want to be
So I
president?
could go Alexis Guerrero.
100%. If I start a campaign, I might get like 0.02 of the vote.
No way.
Deadass.
I'll
Yeah.
vote for you though.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I'll vote for you because you lost. You look 32.
You got me 35 to run for president. I got it. I'm good.
All right, we'll move on real quick, and just because Arsenal obviously played their quarterfinal matchup.
Yeah, I want to say, obviously,
came to the match. He came to the
I
pub
watched
with
the
me.
game
Oh,
with
okay.
Alexis.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe how passionate the fans were.
Bro.
Really?
I couldn't believe it, bro.
Yeah, we went to Spike Lee's joint, Fancy Free in Brooklyn. That's the place he always hangs
Did you
out at.
intentionally call it a joint?
I was going to say, you did that on purpose.
Yeah,
You
It's Spike Lee
100%
joint.
did that on purpose.
Why would I say anything else? That's Spike Lee. We went to his play. He didn't show up, but I think Andrew kept looking at me like, oh my God. When Arsenal scored, the place was nuts.
No, but also the stress on the faces.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Alexis and Andy, these guys looking straight. I'm like, you lot really support Arsenal,
Yeah.
innit? I couldn't believe. I feel like this is you trying to make money. Cool, I get it. But you lot really support Arsenal.
Yeah,
like.
dude, people is real. Like Adam
Yeah.
Freeland showed up, and he was on a
Bruv, he had to go.
He left at halftime. He's like, I can't do this. This is
Oh
too much.
yeah. It's we're like, look, we have even
And
though
he does this for Everton. How dare you call us plastic out here?
I can't lie, Christian Everton's the wrong choice. Like you're not even from there. Like you don't your family, no pressure on you, bro.
Zero case. He's a
No
Dominican
pressure,
man.
bro. It's just like handing
Dominican
yourself
man
into the
16.
fence. No pressure. They're not looking
Hey, look,
at
if you are a Dominican immigrant in Liverpool, reach out to me. Okay, I need to connect. We might be related somehow. There has to be somebody.
Yeah, you know, right now there's a Dominican guy going, should I move to Liverpool?
Is this a good spot? No, it is. Look, is it the wrong choice? Who knows, right? I mean, it's like
I know it's the wrong choice.
We've all said it multiple times.
It is a
People who've played for the club and worked for the club have told you it's the wrong choice. It's true. They're like, yo, why are you doing this? to
Jordan
yourself?
Pickford came up to me. He was like, "Bro, you made the wrong decision, bro." No, it's
And then I tossed him a beer and he couldn't catch it.
it is one of those things where after my decision and seeing all the struggles, right? It is a thing where seeing there's something about the working class sort of nature around Everton and of the people in Liverpool that just embodies struggle. Survival.
Yeah, nah,
okay,
nah.
my family's Dominican immigrants from they had to figure it out in New York. The whole thing. I'm like, This is the story I'm manufacturing to validate my decision.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
honestly, your skin is too clear to support Everton. Like your skin looks too nice.
We told this story many times. I'll give you the abridged version. We were sitting in a pub, me, him, and our British videographer. Shouts to Sam Ashton. We were sitting in a pub in Liverpool. And then I quickly turned around and I realized Christian and I are the blackest human beings. Including me. We are by far the youngest and the darkest human beings here. And a guy walks by. He's wearing a Chicago Evertonians, right? Chicago.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
It looks like the Everton logo, but it's a supporters group from Chicago. Shouts to them. They're great. He's wearing that top. We're sitting there. We're having a pint. Guy comes out of the bathroom. He's a little bit buzzed. He's a little bit schmizzed. And he looks over, he's like, oh, what the fuck is that? I can't do a Liverpool accent. He's like, oh, it's Everton. And he goes, oh, they're shite. And I'm an Everton supporter. He goes, wait, are you American? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, why the fuck would you do that? And he's like, come on.
Baffled.
He's like, I didn't have a choice. He looked like a dad who found out his kid also sold drugs. Yeah. So you wouldn't have to.
You know, like Ghost. Yeah, Ghost telling Tariq, you don't have to do this. We in the penthouse, bro.
We're good, bro. Yeah.
It was, so it's
like Diddy finding his kid trying to smuggle people. You know, like, I did this so you wouldn't have to.
Yo, no Diddy, man.
I mean, it's, look, I used to work for Diddy.
You used to
This
work
is
for Diddy.
Yeah,
we'll tell you the story.
We'll tell you the story later.
You got paid for that.
Enough
You got
time.
paid for that.
Bro, you okay?
Yo, he can't talk about it.
I can't stop, won't stop, baby.
He gonna have to talk about it like this. Wait, I think it might be this mic. I don't think this mic actually has it. Never mind.
That might
my
just
God.
happen. Anyway.
That would have been hilarious.
Anyway, we'll get to it later. Okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you on the way to dinner.
Arsenal draw to Bayern Munich.
Great game.
The great game. A nervy game. This one, even I'm a neutral here, but I was feeling
Great
for
game.
the,
Great
for
game
the
of
Arsenal
football.
fan.
Three
I
of the
gotta say
four goal
something, though.
scorers are Arsenal players.
Oh, yeah.
Harry
That's a
Kane
fact.
developed at Arsenal. Serge Gnabry, Arsenal player.
I mean, but I keep, a lot of people bring it up that Harry Kane, was developed at Arsenal, but he got booted out when he was like 12, right? And
Yeah.
He's a little fat.
He's a little fat. He's a little chubby. He's a
Yeah,
little
it was
chubby.
the problem.
They rejected him. I'm sure he still has feelings about that. You
I
can't
mean,
also claim him and reject him.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
But he was Arsenal developed at Arsenal. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but you have to understand, Arsenal in that era was serious, bro.
Okay.
Like, Arsenal in that era, the players that were developing, it's serious. So, Harry Kane, you got to move. But, yeah. But the thing is about this game, I got to say something about an Arsenal player, man. You're not going to like this.
Oh, here we go.
I don't like Martin, man.
Interesting.
What don't you like about
He
him?
don't play like a Brazilian.
Oh no,
He play like
an
he's from
English.
Ukraine or
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
Don't give him Mudryk.
Yeah. He play like he's Eastern European. I don't like that, bro. He ain't got
he
no
doesn't
flair.
have the jogo bonito.
Yeah.
No.
Whereas Jesus got too much sugar, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus be falling over.
Yeah. Yo, he be doing that thing where he pushes you, push him back. He's like, yo, did you see this officer? We can't have people like this in the game, man.
That's interesting. I think maybe, how long has he been at Arsenal? Already a couple
Since he was a
years.
kid, but he
yeah.
also came from the third division. He was in an academy in the third division in Brazil.
Yeah.
So he was like very raw when he got.
No, but it's weird to me because I went to Colombia a few weeks ago and I went to watch a game there and they were whack.
Atletico Nacional.
Yeah,
right?
The
they
were
level's
at
very low.
But they still had flair.
Yeah, but that's all they got.
It's birthed in South America.
Yeah.
Flair.
Yeah.
You might be terrible. You can't cut past 10 yards,
Yeah.
but you can chop somebody.
You ever
Do you know
watch?
what I mean?
You ever watch a highlight of like a league in like an African country where they're doing the thing where they step on the ball?
Yeah.
You're like, yo, I'm gonna watch one of these games, and then you watch one of the games, and you're like, is that all they do?
we need a couple fundamentals, right?
Pass the ball.
One of your teammates.
Yeah, pass the ball, bro. That's the whole time I was thinking that in Medellin. Pass the ball.
Yeah.
What are you man doing dancing?
You're like,
fam?
yo, bare man open.
There's literally bare man open. Pass the ball, bro.
Honestly, the best Brazilian footballer on Arsenal is Marin Odegaard. Let's go.
He's too wavy.
He's a wavy.
My man
He's
is
too
like
wavy.
people. But
He made me want a summer in Norway. You know what I mean? He makes me want to see the beaches of Norway.
Yeah. He does that more than Haaland does for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
So he's capped.
What went wrong in this game? Because the penalty.
I got a hot take for you. Go ahead.
You understand the penalty. Look, Leroy Sané running through the defense. Everybody sort of kind of afraid to either make a challenge or it's just obviously Sané's just incredibly fast.
Honestly, Arsenal were way better.
I thought so too.
Yeah, okay.
Arsenal were way better.
I'll
It's just two
answer
mistakes.
your question. You're going to get two answers from me.
Go on, talk to me.
Something went wrong, but also nothing went wrong. And let
to
me
me.
explain. If you look at the Arsenal lineup, go to the. There's a gentleman who was subbed out in the 46th minute. Can we see who that is?
In the 46th.
If you scroll up, you'll
Right
see
here,
him.
right
So
here.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
subbed in. Subbed out was Kivior.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
you're
here's exactly what happened. I'm gonna lay it out for you. Sane, Musiala, Kane, and Gnabry were pressing. They were pressing. Their trigger was anytime Kivior got
Gets
the
the
ball.
ball. Yeah,
and
yeah,
here's what
yeah,
they
yeah.
realized. If we do that a few times, they're going to stop passing to Kivior because Kivior is afraid to pass forward. So as soon as they stopped passing to Kivior and Gabriel and everybody else pretty much stopped passing to Kivior, the only time they would was when he was completely open and he would just pass it back to create additional space. They basically left him alone. But he's so scared to go forward, they knew if we leave him alone, he ain't going to do nothing. And he did nothing. So they essentially were able to crowd around Saliba, Gabriel, and White. Now, here's what I'll also tell you is Arsenal gifted them 2 goals.
Literally,
And that was,
yeah.
And that was the best they can play. And they also camped and they counterattacked majestically because Harry Kane is as good on the ball as he is scoring. So he is absolutely sublime when it comes to that stuff. So they were good.
And he sat Raya down though.
Yeah, he did.
I don't like that.
but
That's cheap. That's
He
like
did kind of. He was a little shook in the penalty. I'm not going to lie to you. But here's what I'll say. Saliba got committed 4 fouls in the last 17 matches. He committed 4 fouls in the first half of this match. They were able to just crowd around these guys. And it was too much. It was too much. They had too many people on him. So here's what I'll say. When they go back to Allianz, Bayern can't play that way. They can't sit back. They can't Sean Dice shit. You know what I mean? They can't.
so. Would you start thing then, Zinni?
You got to start Zinni. You either start Zinni or Yurian Timber is healthy enough that he comes in.
What about Tomiyasu?
Tomiyasu should have been the left back.
Tomiyasu should have been defensively.
Because he's also willing
when
to run
Zinni
forward.
got on the ball and he comes in the middle, it's long for them.
Because they realize, oh my God, we can't crowd around your 3 backs anymore. Now we've got to pull back because you've got a capable passer. And I know Adam Freeland was like really frustrated that he kept sending these long balls out to Jesus and Havertz, but he was causing so much havoc because all of a sudden Bayern realized he's good on the ball. He can pass. We need to pull back a little bit. We need to focus on him. We can't just focus on the back line. And that's what gave Arsenal the opportunity to score. Leandro Trossard comes in, scores a worldie. He came in for Martinelli. Why was he a central when the ball got passed to him? Because he was able to do whatever the hell he wanted because they were so worried about that other side. That's the magic of what Mikel Arteta did. So I'm not scared at all. The only thing I'm scared about is sometimes the Allianz Arena, they weren't allowed to have any fans at this match. It was 60,000 Arsenal fans only. So they're going to be so up for this match. Sometimes at home, like you talked about Camp Nou, sometimes that home vibe can start to create momentum. And that scares me a little bit. But I'm not worried.
Okay. I mean, I think the best part is Gnabry injuring his hamstring. He's actually probably not
Former
gonna
Arsenal player celebrating too.
But also, like, Coman is scary as well,
Yeah, that's
man.
true.
Coming off the bench,
Yeah,
bro. You got
yeah,
Coleman.
yeah.
But we got Fabio Vieira coming off the bench.
That's really the wingers were just fast and
Yeah.
gave the Arsenal defenders a lot of trouble.
But Kimmich, I think is a real weak point on the back line that we weren't able really to isolate because Martinelli was locked because Kivior gave him no freedom. Look at how bad Rashford looked as soon as Luke Shaw went down. He's got no one to give him that space and feed him the ball. They start to look pedestrian, and that's exactly what happened to Martinelli.
Yeah, just.
But you ain't wrong. He ain't got that jogo bonito.
But
You just ain't gonna, but in certain games, I like when Arsenal play Liverpool, I like Martinelli against Trent.
Of course.
Like the pace is scary. But there's certain games when you need to unlock something, that's when I don't like him.
Yeah.
Because you can't unlock, he's not a locksmith. Like,
No.
Yeah,
you see, like Jesus for the assist,
He plays in tight
you got
spaces.
to unlock
Yeah,
that. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So
If you watch that replay again, Jesus at no point looks up.
looks up, yeah.
And still finds Trossard. But like perfectly weighted pass.
Yeah.
I'm like, this man got eyes on the back of his head.
Also, if Ben White could just hit the ball anywhere besides directly at
He
out of
literally
nowhere,
passed it.
it would have been this would have been
He's like,
3-2
yo,
win.
take this, bro. I don't know why they
Also,
gave it to me.
that would have been 2-0 at that point, right?
No, they scored first, so it would have been
we
scored first.
Saka scores first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been 2-1 at that point.
Whole different game. Okay, Atletico beat Dortmund. Not too much of a shock. Not great of a game, but Barcelona beat
Low key,
PSG.
Dortmund got a good. The fact that they scored
They got a good chance.
They got a good chance going back home.
I agree.
No away goals?
Who was it?
And Atletico
Julian
Madrid
Brandt.
trash on the road.
Julian Brandt had
Off the post.
off the post and
Was it the post or the crossbar?
It was like the corner.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
corner.
It was both. The cross post.
yeah, obviously, it could have been a very different game if that goes in. But PSG Barcelona, a great game that I did not expect Barcelona to be able to get a victory. I don't know what happened to PSG, like just towards the end.
The
PSG, I told you,
17-year-old.
PSG like Kylie Jenner, man.
What's that mean?
What?
PSG, they look
Trying
good.
to have world peace with a
No,
Pepsi?
they look good. You wanna buy the clothing. They got all the brand deals, but it's fake, isn't it? It's just not real. So when it's under pressure, the silicone is gonna pop.
The BBL won't hold.
They split to your hip.
You feel me? It's just not. I don't believe in them.
Okay.
Do you understand? I don't
Yeah.
believe in PSG.
Oh, Ousmane Dembele is getting destroyed
He's a baller, though. He shouldn't.
in the media.
Yeah.
Because he celebrated that goal with a lot of vigor. People are there was a couple pundits basically saying like I'm paraphrasing. They basically said like we paid you all this money. Barcelona paid you all this money. You were injured all the time. You were playing video games.
A Spaniard is being disrespectful to a black man. That's crazy. I would have never thought that.
He basically said like you should show more respect to the club.
Wow. A Spaniard is saying we owned you. Shock.
So yeah, that was a big talking point, but
I can't believe Cubarsí has a 6.2 rating. That is absolutely crazy. Cubarsí, because he has an accent over the I. This 17-year-old had Mbappe in his pocket. As soon as Mbappe moved central, this dude shut him down. He had, 3 shots? 2 on target, if I'm not mistaken. Completely locked him down, bro. Cubarsí was absolutely awesome. That dude deserves at least a 7.9, not a 6.2.
It's weird because Mbappe, we all know he's leaving, and we all know he's going to Real Madrid. And it feels
like he packed his bags before this match.
Yeah.
There's something about
Mbappe don't want to play.
Yeah,
No.
like how significant. And there's not to say that as a competitor, as an athlete, he wants to win. But there's something about these. It takes out some of the the
vim.
Out of the game, knowing that this could be his final Champions League run with PSG. It just doesn't feel. I don't know. It's just
the French can be very difficult. You know the newspaper L'Equipe?
Yeah.
The famous French newspaper. They're very, very tough on their scores. They don't do the point whatever. It's just a solid point. You either get like a 6 or a 10 or they've only
I think they've given like 4 or 6 10s in the history.
One player scored 4 goals and I think it had an assist and he still got a 9. You know what I mean? That's how hard it is to get a 10. Shouts to Charlie Davies, by the way, who I sit next on the morning. He got 9 twice in that newspaper.
Wow.
Yeah, shouts to Charlie, bro.
Let me do that as well.
Yeah. That's the applause. This is the horn.
Oh shit!
You gotta do more than that.
That's like Tim Westwood shit. Yeah.
He stole that from us. Shouts to Funk Flex. And by the way, rest in peace, Mr. C.
And OJ.
Yeah. Hopefully they're up there.
Two pillars of industry.
2 people with no controversy. What score do you think L'Equipe gave Mbappe for this match?
I'm gonna say.
Mind you, they're very tough.
I'm gonna say a 2.
Okay.
No, that has to be a 4.
Right in the middle, a 3.
Wow.
A 3. Mbappe. Their
Fatma,
son.
look, Fatma gave a 6.6.
I like that though. I like that I like stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like that they don't care who you are.
They don't care who you are. The French are also like,
Yeah, they don't care who you are.
some
If
of
you
y'all
play
don't
well.
look French enough. You know how the French are,
Look, I'm excited about the second leg of those
Shouts
matches.
to Rafinha, who played on the other side and still found a way to score 2 goals.
Yeah,
Pedri also
That
played
pass
well.
by Pedri. Oh, my
Bro,
God,
that
for
was
the
crazy.
assist.
But
Yeah,
the pass
Pedri.
from Lamine Yamal as well.
Yeah.
That led to I think that was the first or second goal.
They got some young ballers, man.
This side is the side you want to be on, though. Innit?
Yeah. The other side is the side of death.
Yeah, this side is good. Like,
Because even if I do think Arsenal
I
will get
think
past the first one, but you ain't beating Real or City. I don't think so. Not in a knockout.
no, Arsenal can do it, bro.
Nah.
I don't like Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans don't believe in their team, bro. I don't like that.
Why do we get yelled at for over believing in our team and not believing in our team?
No,
at the
because
same
it's
time?
like there's no. Of course you can beat Real Madrid. Of course you can.
Nah. Hey, look. It's long. I'm trying to say it the way y'all would say it. You gotta give me a grade. You gotta give me a keep grade.
Yeah.
At the end
I
of
can't
this
lie.
episode.
You do it well. You're on a 6 right now.
Not bad.
You're on a 6 right
The
now.
last game I just want to talk about real quick is CONCACAF Champions Cup. So
Oh, we're gonna do
shout
the
out.
charity games.
This
Yo,
game
respect Messi.
was contentious. Shout out Columbus Crew for beating Tigres in penalties.
Huge.
Patrick Schulte, incredible.
If
But-
you don't know, Mexico has three very big clubs.
So quickly, just explain this to me. This Champions Cup, how many is it? South America and America?
No, it's
No.
all of CONCACAF is North America and
Central America.
Central America
America.
and the Caribbean.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So these are all the largest clubs, which basically means it comes down to MLS versus Liga MX, which is the Mexican League.
Yeah.
Mexican League has three major
So what
clubs.
teams in the Caribbean are getting?
None. Every once in a while they get in the group
There's one,
stages.
yeah, so
They're
like
like
Costa
Young
Rican
Boys
team.
or
Yeah,
Red Star.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
disrespect
So,
the
Red
Star.
Stripe or something like that.
Reds.
Man, the fans got a lot of flair. No, that's smoke. That's weed
That's a
smoke.
different kind of.
That shit lingering. You know?
No, like in where my family's from in Dominican Republic, a club in Santiago, Dominican Republic, qualified for Champions League, our Champions League
okay,
once.
cool.
So that happened,
And
and
Chivas, which is a club that Chicharito was raised in and
Yeah,
now is
yeah,
back
yeah.
at, they played.
they played, and I went to Dominican Republic to watch
wow,
them play.
wow,
So
wow.
it was like
And they got-
I mean, it looked like they didn't. It was playing like a youth team basically
Okay,
compared
yeah.
to.
So how come South America not involved then?
Because it's
Because they got their
CONMEBOL.
own.
They're in a different
They're in a
confederation.
different confederation.
So they
okay.
have Copa Libertadores. That's their.
which is a
That's
huge
their-
deal. Brazil,
yeah.
Argentina
They're
usually are
Champions
the
League.
last ones that come.
So I just think also FOTMob over here. I don't know why they have to cross out Inter Miami like we don't know they lost. Like
you out.
they're not dead.
Yo, rest in peace, TJ. Rest in peace, Mr. C. Rest in peace, into Miami, man.
It seems harsh.
Yeah.
But no.
All three of y'all out there dancing in the sky.
A lot of so the interesting thing here is obviously Messi did play in this second leg. He didn't play in the first one.
Let me see the team as well.
The team
Luis Suarez.
Luis Suarez, Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets. So there's a couple notable names, and
It's
then
like the Barcelona veterans team.
Yeah.
right. Okay.
It's the Barca senior squad.
But this was interesting because this is I think this was Messi's first time playing in Mexico. That's what
Yeah.
I think I heard in the
In
broadcast.
one of the most beautiful stadiums
Yeah.
in the world.
But the interesting thing here is Messi was getting booed every time he touched the ball, which
Yeah.
is like we're not really used to seeing that unless he's playing at the
I
Bernabeu.
know.
Yeah, Bernabeu. Yeah.
But a couple things, right?
Or in Saudi Arabia.
We all saw the goal that Brandon Vasquez scored due to Drake Calendar's error, where he just passed it to his USMNT teammate.
Yeah.
So he just
He's like, bro, I know that guy.
and he gave it right to him and led to a goal. Kind of deflated, I think, the entire team, and it just took a lot of the hope out for Inter Miami.
But shouts to an American scorer.
Let's go. But then Luis Suarez up to his antics. He did. I forgot who the.
Something takes over this man.
I think it was it John Medina? I don't know who he.
He'd been,
Oh
sleeping,
no, it was,
he'd been sleeping on that crack pillow.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know, man. I can't sleep on this thing. It gives me more energy.
Luis Suarez is currently the goals leader in Major League Soccer. So everybody's
It's not bad because he has no knees left.
right.
Yeah, it's
But
mad.
yeah.
It's mad. It's
Yeah.
mad.
So,
Yeah.
but people are thinking he's going to be the MVP.
You want to hear my impression of Luis Suarez walking?
Go on.
top. So he
Damn, Drake Calendar got a 4.7.
he was bad.
That's a 0 in Wiki.
So I think a lot of people saw the moment. There was I think a free kick, and Luis Suarez up to he's being old Luis Suarez and grabs.
Is there VAR in CONCACAF Champions
There is,
Cup?
yeah. But they didn't deem it as a VAR like a red card offense.
Yeah.
That good at dark arts.
But
VAR.
he knows exactly what the line is. But he if you didn't see it, he grabbed Victor Guzman's arm and but like twisted it back to a point where like arms are not supposed to go that in that direction.
He did an arm bar.
He did an arm bar,
Yeah.
straight up UFC. I thought he was gonna do like just arm lock on wrap his legs around the dude's arm. Overall, this game was very, very contentious. After Inter Miami started giving up some goals, they were like, "All right, now that's prison rules.
Yeah.
All right, we don't care what's about to happen."
No blood, no foul.
Jordi Alba got 2 yellows and got
Yeah.
sent off. And it was Inter Miami at a place that we've never seen them this I don't know, rattled, emotional. Even after the game, Tata Martino.
It's hard to explain though the league rules. So you're only allowed to spend so much money. So they've essentially spent so much on the big 3 or 4 that the rest of the players aren't.
It's like fantasy football when you buy Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then you
You gotta have a couple fillers. You know what I mean? You gotta get a squad out there. And no disrespect to the other players because there are some real ballers like Julian Gressel is a great MLS player. Drake Callender for the most part really helped them get to the U.S. Open Cup final and provided a lot previously, but. It's Suarez looks over who to pass to, and it's like, I can't remember this guy's name. He's on the team, So you see that when some of the bigger names are out, or when they're not fully fit, which is going to happen at their age.
Right, and
you start to see that the level drops pretty dramatically.
And they have a lot of injuries. But the one thing I want to ask Andrew, just the fact that Lionel Messi is in America playing in Miami, what's the feeling like back in England to see such a legendary player come and play?
Remember, we got a big American fan base.
It seemed when he left, it seemed premature because he just won the World Cup, and remember it was a Winter World Cup. And the season was still up and running. And he had a bad season in the Champions League with PSG. So everyone thought he would go to a big team for a year. Because let's get this clear. Messi is the best player in the world.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Do you understand? He can walk into any team.
Yeah.
He wants to. So it was weird that he went. But I think the money talks though, isn't it?
I don't know. He could have made more money in Saudi.
No, but I think he's got the Beckham deal.
Yeah, he does.
Right,
but he still would have made more money in Saudi.
Yeah, but I think he's thinking...
future.
I can own a team.
Yeah, but also, I'm not sure if you know this, Argentina has built the Argentina Federation, the soccer federation, has built a training camp in Miami prior to him moving there. Oh. So this is he's kind of like already home in a way.
Right.
It's also like wild Argentina in Miami now. It used to be very Cuban. It used to be like little Havana. Now it's very Argentinian.
Little Buenos Aires or something.
Yeah,
like
little Buenos Aires. Nobody wants to go to big Buenos Aires. A lot of stray dogs. Yeah. It's not good when you hit city. You got a lot of stray dogs.
But it was weird. But it was mad when he first moved to MLS, and all of those highlights were coming and the goals he was scoring. It was just like this guy's taking. Remember the goal where Jordi Alba controlled it. He played it in. He did one,
against
and
Red Bull.
He played a pass that nobody saw. I'm watching the TV. I can't see that. He sees it, and then he just rolls it in. It's like this guy's a joke. And it was a whole debate of him who should win the Ballon d'Or. Him and Haaland. I remember Olivia, who I did a Premier League show with. We were shouting that. I'm like, Haaland got to win it. Haaland has won the treble. He scored, broken the league in the Prem
in the first season.
Broken the goal scoring record in the first season. He can't objectively have a better year. You know what I mean? He can't. Literally,
he did qualified for the World Cup. Though.
Literally,
the other guy won it. My man was watching it.
Yeah, he was watching that. But I'm saying he did. But Messi is just like. But then it's like she was showing me highlights of Haaland. It's hard to give him the best player. Yeah. It's hard. It is hard to give him.
Yeah, Ballon d'Or, I can see being a little bit beyond. Golden Ball in the Premier League, that's his.
Oh, yeah, it has to be his. But the way they've always done the Ballon... For me, if they did the Ballon d'Or correctly, Messi would have won the Ballon d'Or 15 years in a row because he's the best player. But they don't do it like that. They do it on who has the best year. So those times where Ronaldo had a better year than Messi.
Yeah.
But he wasn't... He's never playing better than
What was
Messi.
my guy who stole it from Henri?
Nedved. Yeah. So they weren't having... But that's what I'm saying. Nedved and that, he did well in the Champions League. You know what I mean? So
he had that one stellar season.
Yeah, it had a whole... It's like, whereas...
But I think Messi was you won the World Cup.
It's like a legacy award.
The end of the story. Yeah, that's
Legacy
the end of the
award.
chapter.
Yeah,
the last chapter.
What I do love, even though you were just describing the
And also, I will say, no disrespect, I'll say to Liv, there's nowhere a guy there MLS can win the Ballon d'Or.
Turns out,
I was like,
one guy.
Really? The guy who plays in the MLS is going to win the Ballon d'Or? That's what I was thinking the whole time.
I love it. I just love you describing the goal, against Red Bull and describing the highlight. A lot of people have been frustrated with the fact that MLS went behind the paywall and is on Apple TV and all this other stuff. But when it comes to highlights, everybody can see that there's no geo blocking. There's no inability to see anything.
It's global now.
So it's just like the fact that you saw it and you know what happened and you describing the play, pitch perfect, exactly how it happened, I'm like, all right. Like the way we see all the Premier League clips and and Bundesliga and Serie A.
But it's been like there's 4 players who have gone to the MLS that it's been like that, where we've watched everything.
Yeah.
So obviously Bex when he first came, Thierry at Red Bull.
Yeah.
Then guys forget Rooney.
Yeah,
Guys forget
DC.
Rooney went to DC. You remember that? Remember that?
Iconic.
The last minute thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that dude that scored on the header was the shortest guy on the pitch. He's
Oh,
5'4".
That's why Rooney is different, bro.
Bro, he put it on the spot.
Also,
only the 5'4" guy could
also Rooney younger than you.
get.
Rooney is
Rooney younger than both you niggas, bro. And Rooney looked like he's 76, fam.
Yo, OJ Simpson right now looks better than Rooney. right now, this moment.
This is why I knew Rooney was struggling, yeah? Rooney got a hair transplant, and now his hair transplant is balding.
Yeah, he got a patch. He got like this shirt. He got a patch.
Yeah, bro.
He just got to go to Turkey every year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They got
hair
renew
is-
subscription.
His scalp is like, yo, we need a re-up.
Yeah, but Rooney looked tired now, but Rooney was different, man. Rooney was
And
the
Zlatan
best.
as well. Zlatan was also the one, I think.
Yeah, Zlatan as
Got
well.
a lot of the highlights
I mean,
made.
he was a highlight machine.
But the thing is, because
But people were
Costa
talking bad
fought,
about
yeah.
MLS when Zlatan was here, and then he went to United and also had some highlights. So.
he came to United afterwards,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
It is time for another Cooligans parlay. We were so close last
We almost
time.
got him.
But this one feels good.
I believe.
I'm confident.
I believe.
I believe. Okay.
Have you ever won before?
All right, we don't have to ask some of these questions.
Okay. Why are you digging into
Damn.
my?
I just want to know all the info still.
We're like the plucky underdog. You know what I mean?
I think
We won one of them.
We won one.
we
We
did
won
win
one.
We did
Okay,
win
okay.
once.
Oh, okay, cool.
But these feel pretty good. So again, go.
I
to the-
believe in this one. I like this one a lot.
Where our parlay is gonna be is right now in the DraftKings sportsbook app. So go check it out.
Yes.
But
Throw a little fiver on it.
let's go. So this one,
I got 5 on.
I feel good about. First one, we gotta do. So Manchester United will be facing Bournemouth. This is away, so Bournemouth is at home, but. They are what's the exact odd for their particular one?
It's a tie or draw. So we're picking Man United to either draw or win the game. It's -175.
Minus 175.
odds, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Against Bournemouth.
But I mean, we
That's
know
crazy. That's actually Man United.
But Bournemouth have won their last 4 home matches, and they're on a good run.
they look, but they
Yeah.
lost.
Don't eat Iraola. Look good. They did lose
Man
to Luton.
United.
It's United though, so
Yeah, but it's also Eric Ten Hag.
this almost feels a little bit disrespectful towards Manchester United, right?
It should be like minus 200 at least.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like.
They just had a decent game against Liverpool. That was an impressive
Which
draw.
is why we threw the tie or draw or win.
Okay, because you know what they've disappointed people at times. So that's my contribution. It's gonna be tie or Manchester United win. So that's my that's my bet.
I'm gonna go with Atletico Madrid to beat Girona.
I like the way he said
Yeah,
that.
Atletico Madrid. They're going to beat Girona. Look, Atletico Madrid are 2 different teams. At home, they got you. On the road, I think they forgot their shooting boots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think Atletico Madrid, especially after how well they've been playing in the Champions League, they're on the up. Girona is on the down. No disrespect, Girona. -105. Atletico Madrid, money line.
Okay,
All right,
Andrew.
I'm going with Barcelona versus Cadiz versus Barcelona, but I'm going with Barcelona. I don't even know who Cadiz are. That's why it's a good pick. If these guys don't win, I'm sorry, guys.
You never heard of them.
Yeah.
I'm
They
sorry.
better win.
If
Yeah,
they
so
should
this-
beat PSG,
Yeah.
they should
They
do
should be-
okay against
yeah.
Cadiz.
Yeah.
I
Okay?
gave Barcelona on like a 12-game win streak. So Cadiz,
Yeah,
if
so
I were
it's like
you
what?
guys, I'd start parking that buzz right about now.
So what are the odds? Was it minus 125?
minus 125.
on your-
Okay,
so
yeah.
we got the 3-leg parlay again. Manchester United win or draw -175. Barcelona money line -125. Atletico Madrid money line -105 combines to a +452 parlay. If you bet $10, you win $45.25. Bet $100, win
Feels good, feels good.
$452. I like this odds again. Check it out in the DraftKings.
I
Sportsbook
like
app.
it too. Okay.
When I said 5, I meant 100. Put 100 on that.
Okay, this feels Good. Okay. So, the only joke I didn't get to make was I wanted to find the context. Doesn't work anywhere, but I got to just say it. Cadiz nuts. Hey, let's go, baby. We out here. Shout out to DraftKings and the Sportsbook.
We in New York. Yeah, we in New York.
Okay. That's just some of the comedy you can see tonight.
He's workshopping it, folks. Don't let him do it on stage.
All right. So get the DraftKings app and get and bet on our parlay. I feel good about it.
Come on, you got money in your pocket.
Well, Andrew, thank you so much, man. This has been an
Super
incredible.
fun.
Well, we're recording now, but we got to go do a stand-up show a little bit later.
Show, yeah.
Shout out to Saturday's football and Andrew, and so it's Andrew, Alexis, me, and Andy Haynes. We're gonna be doing some stand-up later tonight.
I'm just hosting, so I want to talk a little shit in the beginning.
Yeah.
and
You're
watch
a
my
great
guys.
host.
Just watch my guys.
And sometimes in the U.S. that's considered disrespectful, but I mean, you keep the vibe going.
Oh yeah, I hosted the night that you came to London. Yeah,
You've
I
hosted
remember.
a couple times, bro. You've crushed it.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Yeah, MCing and hosting is much more celebrated in England.
Yeah, not here.
It's much more of a skill that people don't have. Whereas here, it's like if you're hosting, it's just like, oh, you're hosting. But
in New York is a little different. New York is maybe a little bit closer to London in that sense because we've got some people that we know are like some of the best hosts in the games, like James Madden. Some folks are like, yo, you're one of the best hosts. You keep the plate spinning. You make it easy for the comments.
In the U.S., you'll be hosting somewhere, and then after the show, people will be like, "Oh, you were really great up there.
You should do comedy.
You should do comedy all the time."
Yeah.
Like, yo, give it a try one day. I don't know if you saw.
Were you in the room? We were doing it. I was there doing the comedy. But no, that was.
It's also changed everything. My buddy was hosting for a guy who was headlining and doing his special in Connecticut. And the host goes to someone in the crowd like, yo, where you from? And someone else in the crowd yelled, you stole that from Matt Reif.
Matt Rife.
Matt Rife.
Oh, yeah.
So these people have only seen stand-up on their phones.
Yeah.
So they think he invented where you from.
There's so many times, there's people like, there's a guy called, I forget his name, Paul Smith, I think, he's from Liverpool. And he went, similar to Matt Raff, he went massive on doing crowd work stuff. And when people put crowd work, they're like, are you just doing Paul Smith? It's like, no, he's just...
He just put up crowd work.
Yeah. It's not, he didn't invent that.
After prom, when Roy Hodgson went to go watch stand-up, that guy said, where you from?
Yeah.
And at that point, you could answer Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah.
Just before we wrap up, I just want to make sure I give this to Alexis. So shout out to everybody at the Premier League Fan Fest and Avery Dennison, who made Alexis.
Not Alexis.
His, he couldn't be at the Fan Fest this year, but he still got one of the kits, and it says not Alexis.
It is beautiful.
That's a nice shirt, by the way.
Look at the quality of the patch.
It's lovely, man.
Yeah, man.
The patch has died nowadays, but this is
this
beautiful.
is real.
Yeah.
So,
Shouts to Avery Dennison. They make the patches and the numbers for the Premier League.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, everybody. Thank you again, Andrew. Everybody, make sure you go follow Andrew. Just look, he
Andrew
is
Mensah _.
Andrew Mensah _ on Instagram. Does great work. He's on a couple shows out there in England. And just again, we're always fans of comedians that work in this game, man. It's always there's not many of us. We got to support each other. So yeah, we part of the comedian football content union.
Illuminati.
That's what we call it. It's just us though. I don't want no one else here.
No one else is allowed.
We locked it up.
Okay.
And shouts to Saturday's football for
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be dope later tonight. So make sure you follow Andrew. Make sure you follow us at Soccer Cooligans on all socials. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Shout out to everybody watching on DraftKings Network as well. We'll be back on what's today? Thursday, Monday.
We got a very special guest on Monday. Jimmy Conrad will be here
Jimmy
in
Conrad
studio.
coming through all the way from California.
Is it OJ Memorial that's
Okay. I don't know why we didn't bring out the candles, but we should have. This is an important day.
Yeah, man, he didn't do it. No.
You know what? Weirdly enough, OJ gave us the Kardashians. We wouldn't have the whole Kardashian universe.
Robert
OJ.
Kardashian, Kim's dad, was his lawyer.
Yeah.
I watched the show.
Okay, there you go.
I watched the show. OJ.
Okay, so shout out to all the Kardashians as well. We're big fans.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back on Monday.
Just the Skims.
Shout out to finding a toilet that feels like home.
We need you. We need you, toilets.
Thanks again, brother.
Love, guys. Appreciate it.
Love you guys.